All right, guys, in this video, we're going to go over how to create your first shopping campaign. Now, as you can see, we're in one of my accounts, and you can see that's a very nice conversion value right there. Yep, $456,000. Just so you guys know, I know what I'm talking about. Sadly, this account was disabled. Yeah, still got to call Google about that. But let's go and continue on anyways. So you want to create a new campaign, all right? Obviously, sales and then shopping. And then next you want to do is select your account. So when you click on this, it's going to put a drop down. And then you select the account that you want to use. I'm going to pause the video because I don't want to give away my stores. All right, let's just go ahead and make sure it's recording. Yep, we are good. All right, so I've selected my store. And next, unless you have previous regular shopping campaigns that have ran and you've got a little over 30 conversions within the past month, then you are not going to have this available. Okay, actually, you need 20 conversions to set up a smart shopping campaign. But since we already have the Google Shopping app, it actually lets you create shopping campaigns without needing any conversions or smart shopping campaigns. But I do not recommend creating any smart shopping campaigns until you've done a regular shopping campaign first, because the smart shopping campaign will not run. It will, well, at least for the most part, it will not get any impressions, and you may leave it running for days and notice it's not doing anything. That's because a smart shopping campaign relies on previous data. All right. And if you have no previous data, then, how are you supposed to get it going? So I highly recommend always starting with a smart shopping or a regular shopping campaign first before you do a smart shopping campaign. All right. So let's go and continue on. Next, you want to press continue. All right. For a standard shopping campaign. All right. And then we want to go ahead and name it. So let's just put a test campaign and then obviously name it, whatever your store name is. And then, so additional settings, we don't really need to do any of this. You can filter products. So you want to run a specific product, right? Then what you would want to do is, let's go ahead and give me 1 second. I'm going to open up the Merchant Center account. All right, we are back. Let me go ahead and close this out real quick. All right, so if you guys want to run a shopping campaign for a specific product that you want to test, which, first I kind of recommend trying to test all your products unless you're positive that one is the winner. Then I'm going to show you guys how you can test a single specific product in a shopping campaign. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and go to the Merchant Center. And again, I don't know why they disapproved all of my products for no reason, but let's just go ahead and ignore that. All right. You want to go to products and then list and then find your product, right? All right. So say I want it to be this voice translator, right? Next thing what I want to do is click on it and it'll take me to the page. And then I want to copy this, all right, the product ID, copy that. And then I want to go back to my ads. All right. And let's go ahead and paste it. Why is it not? Oh, product attribute item ID. All right. Paste that in there. Oops. Give me 1 second. All right. And so select item ID and then go ahead and paste the ID in there. All right. And there's the product. Click on it. And now you are only going to be marketing for that single product. But I'm going to go ahead and start this one with all the products, just in case maybe you're just starting out. You're not sure if all of your products are winners. And you want to, kind of let them all run. Try to see, maybe which ones get the most, at least impressions, or the most, maybe the most clicks. This way you can kind of find out, okay, these are kind of the products that I want to focus on more. And later on in the course, I'm going to show you guys how to group them into specific, or I guess create like certain product groups. So say you find, you want to make a group of all of your best, most clicked products, right? With the best click-through rates and everything, the ones that look the most promising. I'll show you how to group those together so you could run a campaign specifically for that group, all right? When you do it this way, you can only run for a single product, all right? You can't group it right here. So I'm going to show you guys how to group it later. All right, next, we don't need to worry about any of these. Next is going to be bidding, and I will have a whole video on bidding strategies and explain them a little more in depth. So for right now, we're going to select manual CPC, all right, and then the budget. Depending on how many products you have, because when you start a regular shopping campaign, it's going to run for every single product. I highly don't recommend going under $20 a day. But again, that's why I'm showing you guys how to select specific products. All right, maybe what you could do is you could create multiple $10 a day, right, campaigns for each one for a specific product that you think will do really good. Let them all run. And then, maybe once you see they're all doing good, maybe group them into a single campaign and let them all run like that. That's totally up to you, or you can keep them separate. But I'm gonna run them all. And if you're running all your products, try not to do less than $20 a day. All right, that's normally what I recommend. I've ran a single product campaign at $1,000 a day. So keep that in mind. $20 a day isn't going to give you that much data. But if you have the budget, go higher. Depending on how many products you have. If you only have like 4 products on your store, then don't really worry about it. And another thing you could do, maybe you don't want to run all of your products because some of them are just fillers. What you could do is go back to your products. All right, go through every single product that you don't want to show on Google. So let's go and go to, or let's just say, let me see. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's say you have a bunch of filler products that you don't really care to have on your Google Shopping campaign. What you could do is simply select all the products you don't want to even be on Google Shopping, right? Let's just say these 4, and then go to Actions, Make Products Unavailable, and let's just go ahead and uncheck all of these and just make it only unavailable on Google Shopping, and then click Make Products Unavailable, and they won't even be on your Merchant Center anymore. The app will automatically remove them, and now you don't have to worry about running them in your Google Shopping campaign. And if you want to re-add them later on, say they've already been approved, right? And you want to re-add them later on, then they should automatically get approved because they have already been approved prior. Right now, you're just removing them. So that's how you guys can go ahead and do that if you don't want to run it for all your products. Or you could just watch the optimization video on how to group your products, and I'll show you guys how to do that. And then you could group them, and then you don't have to worry about running for every single product. You can only run for the specific ones that you want. So again, if you're running more than 4 products, then definitely don't do under $20 a day. That is a must. All right. If you're running less, then you could get away with $10 to $15 a day. If you're running 8 to 10 products, 20, I would honestly, if you can afford it, do $100 a day. It sounds like a lot, but if you're you want to make sure those are very specific, like you're positive those products are going to sell. But for now, all right, let's just go ahead and start at $20 a day. Let it run, see what gets the most clicks, the most impressions. All right, simple. And then choose those products and then segment them into groups. And again, watch that video on how to group products. All right. So next, campaign priority. Let me go ahead and explain to you guys what these are. So say you have, I'll just read it here because Google says it better. All right. If you have multiple campaigns with one product, use campaign priority to decide which campaign bids will be used. If the campaigns have the same priority, the campaign with a higher bid will serve. All right. Now, this is essentially honestly, if you're running a single campaign, just leave it on low. If you have multiple campaigns that maybe have, different strategies and you want one to run a little bit better, then you could use high priority on that one and use this one kind of like as a secondary. If you guys kind of get what I mean. But I'm going to show you guys how to actually use this a lot better later on when we're doing what was it called again? What did I dub that method? Give me a second. The targeted funnel method, all right? I'm going to show you guys how to use this to actually target specific keywords, all right? And this is like it's amazing. It is the best strategy you could possibly use for Google Shopping. Trust me on this, all right? But for now, when you're starting a campaign, just leave it on low. All right. We're not going to be running, multiple campaigns with the same product. We're just trying to run one to see which ones are going to do the best. And then, of course, we separate it out. So if you have this campaign running at low and, it has a specific product in it that's doing good, right? Say it's the Himalayan salt lamp. Then you want to go and create a separate campaign specifically for the Himalayan salt lamp. You would put that campaign at medium. So that means Google will focus more on that campaign for that specific product than this one, which is running a whole mess of products, if you guys get what I mean. So again, let me reiterate that. If you're running this campaign, which has a whole bunch of products, and you find that the Himalayan salt lamp is doing amazing, then you go and create a campaign specifically for that product. You want to set that campaign to medium or high so Google prioritizes that campaign over this one. Because if not, then it may still prioritize running the Himalayan salt lamp over, in this campaign, which has a whole bunch of other products just because of its previous data, instead of running the new campaign that's specifically for that product. All right. So if you guys create a new campaign with a single product and you're running it still in both campaigns, put the one that specifically only has that winning product on a higher priority. All right. So that's kind of, how these work and how you can go ahead and use them. But for now, just leave it at low and default. That is, just recommended. All right. Now, search partners, I have a bad history with search partners. They don't usually work well for me. I recommend just keep it straight to Google search. That's why I tell you guys to find products that have high search volume. All right. This way you don't have to rely on anywhere else, because search partners, they don't necessarily always work well. 90% of the time they suck. They end up getting you a lot of impressions with very little clicks or sales, if any at all. All right. So let's go ahead and just turn this off. And then devices, let's just leave this normally. No, well, you can't even really do anything with it. And locations, have a single location for each individual campaign. And regardless, you can't, unless you resubmit your actual, your product feed, all right, resubmit all the products to a different country, because when the app uploads all of your products, it's going to be straight to the United States. All right. If you want to run in any other country, you have to resubmit your entire product feed for that specific country. All right. So if I want to run in Canada, I have to resubmit my entire product feed for Canada. All right. But for now, let's focus on the United States, biggest, shopping epicenter. So let's just only do United States. And location options, obviously always people in your targeted locations, because we don't want people in, India who are, interested in the United States, or people in any other country to be shown our ads. But regardless, they won't, because our location's on the United States. You guys get what I mean. All right, so let's go ahead and save and continue. All right, now let's go ahead and give it a group name. I just usually put group 1. All right, bid. Normally I start off with $1. I know it sounds like a lot, but it will automatically optimize. Well, actually, since we set it to manual cost per click, it will not optimize. So, but $1, excuse me, is a good place to start. All right, $1 is a good place to start for us to, kind of try to make sure, just give it a kickstart. I know it sounds like a lot to pay, $1 per click, and our budget's only $20 a day. But if you feel uncomfortable with that, then start it at 50 cents. All right, let's do that, and let's just see if it starts getting some impressions. And if it does, and some clicks, then okay, we're good. Then from there we can, kind of work on our bids a little bit. But for now, let's start off at 50 and see if it gets impressions. If it doesn't, then let's raise our bid a little bit until it starts getting impressions, clicks, and it's all about just adjusting the bid slightly to try to find that sweet spot between getting impressions, clicks, sales. You guys get what I mean. And we're always gonna do product shopping, not showcase shopping, because this just does a variety of products. And we're trying to focus on finding single winning products. All right, so just always use this one. Let's go ahead and save it. All right, and now our campaign has been created, and that is how you go ahead and create your first Google Shopping campaign. I will